does the scouter say about his
monthly bill?
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right.
Alright, guys. Here we are with DSP ranting and bitching about, well, the Switch 2. Guys, I don't get it. This isn't catered directly to me, me and my streams. And doesn't have to be. But let's watch more in depth.
First look trailer here, January 16, 2025. Let's give it a watch.
No, before he starts, what games are you looking forward to? Obviously, they've already announced a new Mario Kart and showing that there's 24 racers in it. It's also going to be a new Smash, Melee, whatever. People are hoping for a new Fire Emblem game. Obviously, Metroid Prime 4 would be great. What do you guys want to come out? Let me know down in the comments. Alright, let's get back to this asshole.
It's the Switch. Okay, so bigger screen. It looks exactly the same. It still looks the same. USB port on the bottom? No. That's the port on the bottom to put it into the dock, perhaps? Probably. Okay, power and volume button. How revolutionary. Another port. Is that USB? I can't tell if it's USB or not.
It's USB-C,
and a headphone jack.
jackass.
Not that that really matters unless you're using it portably, but okay. Lines. Oh, wait. Okay, so that's the stand. So they're showing that it also goes almost flat. Okay, it's USB-C. So it has basically a USB-C port on the bottom to dock it, and then another USB-C on top. Okay. Okay, please, yeah, I was just going to say, please tell me the Joy-Cons are done. So they've redesigned the Joy-Cons. Hold on. So that's the old Joy-Con. As you can see, everyone hated those arrow buttons. Everyone thought the arrow buttons were atrocious. They were. That's terrible for a D-pad. They never should have had that. I mean, how funny is it? There's a start button that is a plus sign, which is what you want for the D-pad, but they didn't make a D-pad on it, right? So let's see what they did with the new one. They still didn't put a D-pad on it.
I never had an issue.
They slightly extended the size of it to fit the newer, bigger screen, but they still didn't put a D-pad on it. Okay. What the hell is that? What is that supposed to be? Put silly putty on it? What is that?
How about you watch a fucking video?
Okay, hold on. So, they added a whole bunch of buttons? Like, what the hell is that? Are they showing that you could use it to control a different way? That it's got different buttons on it or something?
You can use the new controller apparently as a mouse on a hard surface. To what end or for what game that'd be used in, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll find out in the future.
First of all, I don't even understand the color thing. Are they saying that you can get it in a two-tone color scheme or an all-black color scheme? Is that what they're suggesting? If that's the case, why would you want black and peach? That's the weirdest color combination ever. Like black and blue, black and red.
Or
Hell, black and green,
pastel
black
than
and
a
white.
peach,
Black and
but
peach is the last color combination I would think of for a console.
I'd say
And then,
pastel, not
I
peach.
guess what they're showing is there's all these buttons, S, L, S, R, so it could be used as a standard Wiimote or like a Wiimote style controller, but also you can turn it on its side and it controls differently, I guess. I guess that's what they're getting at. All right. Okay, here's the other side. Okay, they're showing the blue colors. That one, I like that. Black and blue works. I don't like black and peach, but black and blue works. All right. It has buttons. That's cool. It has a thumbstick. That's neat. Controller has buttons and a thumbstick. That's neat. All right. They got the straps, even though no one ever uses them. Did you ever see anyone actually use the straps on like the Wiimotes? I didn't. Okay. Now wait a minute. What is that? So they no longer slide and snap in. You just push it in straight into a port like that? Like, let me put it this way. For ease of use, that's good. But doesn't that seem like that could easily break? Like, doesn't it seem like you easily it's going to snap? To me, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, I would say...
You've already said that's probably going to be the most likely failure point on these. However, Nintendo usually makes good quality products. So maybe it'll be stronger than we expect. We'll have to wait and see. Or maybe it'll just be a case of, don't be a jackass, don't break your shit.
The ease of use, yes, but that would make me nervous that that would snap off. Oh, did you see that? I think it's magnetic. I think it's magnetic and it snaps in place. So right off the bat, okay, the idea that the Joy-Cons are not these odd sliding, clicking contraptions is an improvement in my opinion. The idea that they snap on magnetically is good. an increased size screen. I guess for some people who use it portable, you'd like that. But realize this means it's now going to be heavier and more cumbersome. It's not going to be as compact as the Switch was. And quite frankly, when the Switch came out 8 years ago, this was a revolutionary concept. Is this a revolutionary concept anymore? Now you have 10 competitors, right? The ROG Ally, the Steam Deck. There's a million of these now.
While you can use emulation on those, for best quality, still going to want, for a Nintendo game anyways, you're going to want the Nintendo Switch, or in this case, Switch 2. Also, the price point, some people are saying $600. I don't think it's going to cost $600. If it costs more than $400, Nintendo is shooting themselves in the foot. Could it? Possibly. But I don't think it costs more than $400. If you get this new Switch for $400, they already announced there's going to be like 20 million consoles ready to go first year. So yeah, you announced 20 million consoles ready to go first year at $400 a console. Oh, you're going to sell them all. $600. Nintendo fans will obviously still go out and buy them, and people like DSP will still beg to get them. But you might have a harder point of sale going on with a $600 price. Especially since that would make it more than a Steam Deck.
So I don't really know if this is as special as it was 8 years ago. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else they've got. 2. Yes, Switch 2. Okay.
Should have been called the Super Nintendo Switch. SNS would be a greater name than Nintendo Switch 2.
So wait, are they saying that each one comes with blue and peach? Like that's the default color scheme? Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Blue and red are classic primary colors, right? Peach and that weird sky blue, I don't know if I like that color scheme. Hopefully you can get different color schemes than that. Ugh. Okay, whoa, hold on. Let's analyze this. Can we go back? Here we go. So a new Mario Kart. I'm hoping, please tell me this is a new Mario Kart. And this is not Mario Kart 8, 14th port, right? Hold on, shit. Go back. So I see Wario, I see Donkey Kong. They're too small to really see Bowser. Anyone new? No, it looks like all the regular, there's Toad, right? Mario, Luigi. It's all the regular suspects. I don't see anyone new. Wait a minute, hold on a second here. Are you noticing something?
Yeah, there's
Do you guys see what I see?
Starting points.
Count the number of starter lines. There's 4 rows of 6. That means the new Mario Kart may have 24 players. That's going to be insane chaotic. Like, that's wildly chaotic, I think. All right. Yeah, see, these are the usual suspects. No one new here. Ooh, that's the new dock. Okay, now hold on. I'm just going to say this. It needs to have an Ethernet port. If this dock does not have an Ethernet port at launch, this is just, at this point, Nintendo nickel and diming the customer. Because everyone wants an Ethernet port on that dock. No one wants to be forced to use wireless or buy an adapter. It should have an Ethernet. The Switch...
The adapter on Amazon was $9. I know, because I bought one.
Did not, and then years later they redesigned the Switch, and the later model had it. They need to have it in there by default. If not, that's bullshit. Let's find out. Okay, that's exactly the same as the regular Switch, how you can make a controller out of the Joy-Cons. Is this it? That's literally it? Wait, what? Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or not fully compatible. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date.
It's going to be like the Labo, the Ring, anything the peripherals that need the controllers for, because the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con controllers are bigger, so they won't fit the old peripherals and all that. So I wait for a Ring 2, Labo 2, whatever.
All right, that's good. That I will applaud. That deserves applause, because with the Wii U, right, that was the biggest problem. The Wii U was backwards compatible with the Wii, but then when the Switch came out, you couldn't play the Wii U games on the Switch, so they ended up porting them all. So it was a way to get money twice. Any game you had bought on the Wii U, which got defunct, right, became obsolete, you then had to buy the new version on the Switch in order to continue to play the game, which was really stupid. Like, I owned Zelda Breath of the Wild on Wii U, but couldn't play it on my Switch. They had 2 versions of the game. So that's a good thing. Now, it says not every game, hopefully most first-party games, okay, that's a good thing. And since it says digitally, that's a good thing, because I bought pretty much every single game on my Switch digitally. So that means I'll be able to download them and play Switch games on the Switch too, if I so choose. That's great, okay? However, the Nintendo Labo will not work on the Switch 2. So all of you that spent hundreds of dollars on cardboard, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to throw it out. Okay, let's continue. Okay, anything else? Or is that it? Okay, there will be a Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 April 2nd. Is that April 2nd or is that February 4th? Because in
It's
the United
April
States,
2nd.
it's month day year.
They used
April 2nd is a long
American
time to wait.
style.
3 months? They really want us to wait 3 months to have concrete information on this thing? Is it confirmed April 2nd? It's confirmed it's April 2nd, not February 4th. Wow, that stinks. 3 months to wait for actual concrete information. So let's hope that on April 2nd, this is going to blow us out of the water. We're going to get all our first-party game announcements. And let's also hope for a launch window that's not the fall. Okay? Seriously, I would like this to be like June, July. Why? Because the summertime is usually dead for games. That would be the perfect time for them to release this and get tons of attention and get a lot of people to drop a lot of money on it. This would be the whole summertime of gaming would be playing on your Switch 2. All the
That could work, or you wait till fall for the holidays. When people are going, oh, I need to buy little Billy something for his Christmas gift. Oh, he loves the Nintendos.
amazing first-party titles. It looks like starting with Mario Kart, but man, I would like them all. Give me a new Donkey Kong. Give me a new Mario. Give me, all the stuff we've been craving. Give me a Kirby. What about whatever happened to Metroid? Oh,
You mean the Kirby that you rage quit because you said it was harder than Dark Souls?
Metroid Prime, what is it for? Hopefully we get big announcements in April about all of these games coming up, okay? Oh, I just hit spacebar on the wrong PC. I'm such a dunce. Okay, is that it? That's it. And it says there's going to be a series of hands-on events all over the world. All right. Okay, so what are my thoughts, okay? Man, let me go ahead and give you my thoughts because actually I have a lot of thoughts right now.
No, you don't.
Oops. So here's, oh God, it's too red. Okay, that's better. So here's my thoughts, okay? That didn't tell us much at all, did it? It didn't show us the power of the console. It didn't say any of the specs. It didn't have pricing. It didn't say if there's different models, no release date. All we know is we have to wait until April to get more information. All it was a, hey, it exists, all right? Why do I think they just did that? Because it leaked. That's why, because it leaked. If it didn't leak, okay, if it didn't leak, I don't think they would have done this at all. I think they would have just waited till April. But for those who don't know, the Consumer Electronics Show just happened. And at the Consumer Electronics Show, there was a certain company. I think they were called Genki or Geki, and they are a third-party accessories company. And for some reason, they have...
Before it tells you anything, it was not a working Switch 2. It was most likely a dev kit. Just like when the Oculus Rift first came out, it was a dev kit. I know because I got to try one out. It was awesome. It's what got me into VR. The consumer grade model, completely different from it. All right, maybe not completely, but here's the thing. When the new Google Pixel phone comes out, guess what? There's already cases to buy for it. You know why? Because those third-party accessories, like cases, they get a dummy phone, dev kit, whatever. It's like, okay, here's the shape, here's the size, here's where the camera placement is. Make cases for this. Sure. All right. Hey, the new Google Pixel's out, along with the cases and other accessories for it. They're already out. But it just came out today. How did they do that? Oh, because those companies got, whatever beforehand, so they could do it all, get it ready, so when a thing launches, it's all ready to go.
They had a Switch 2 because they were showing off their accessories for the Switch 2, but they actually had the Switch 2. So everyone went to their booth and was like, wait, how do you have this? They're like, yeah, because we're designing accessories for it. Here it is. And everyone was like, well, this is real. And they're like, yeah, this is the real console. Huh? But Nintendo didn't show it yet. Yeah, here it is. So then, if you didn't know, Nintendo lawyers went over to this booth and said to them, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? We didn't even reveal it yet. And they're like, because we're not under any non-disclosure agreement to not say anything about the Switch 2. You never signed us to one. So we'll do whatever we want. Have a nice day. And they sent them on their merry way, and Nintendo basically running away with their tail between their legs because they didn't have a legal leg to stand on to stop this company from showing off the Switch 2. So, man, I mean, pretty sad that Nintendo has kind of lost their power in this regard, that they basically got completely spoiled. Now, here's the thing. I didn't pay attention to any of the spoilers because you never know if it's real or not. Well, now it's basically confirmed because this Switch 2 that we just saw looks exactly like what was leaked at CES. It looks exactly the same. So it's dead on correct. They showed the real Switch 2, or even if it wasn't a real operating model, what they showed was representative of the hardware of the Switch 2. Okay? Now, from what I just saw, initially, my first impression, you're probably not going to like it, okay? But I'm going to be honest with all of you, okay? I want you to look.
Remember, he hates Nintendo. Has hated Nintendo for years.
At every major console that Nintendo has come out with in history, okay? The Famicom, home console, revolutionary controller concept, great graphics for the time. Super Nintendo added way better technology and graphics. Controllers that added shoulder buttons and a ton more control to your games, revolutionary concept. Nintendo 64, again, a jump in graphical capability and a controller that had a thumbstick as the very first thing, which no other controller had at the time. It was revolutionary. Again, blowing your mind that this controller concept would be the future. GameCube, admittedly, kind of a misstep, I feel, but the GameCube...
That was more about going to this and being portable so you can take it over to a friend's house easier.
Being more of a kitty-looking console with a controller with giant buttons, but it was portable, right? It was a different kind of console for the time, but it still was different. The Wii, motion controls, revolutionizing the gaming industry, okay? The Wii U, admittedly another misstep for Nintendo. I don't think anyone cared for the ginormous controller with a screen on it, but they at least were trying to innovate in some way and add something creative and different.
The few games that use that properly, like Zombie U, were great. In Zombie U, no, in most games, like, right, you hit pause, go into your inventory, go through it, alright, whatever, I'm gonna grab this, whatever. But in that game, the inventory was on the control pad. So the game is still going, like, the zombies are still coming after you, you're still being attacked, whatever, as you look at your screen on the Wii U pad. Completely different from most games.
The Switch, turning your home console into a hybrid portable console that also had motion controls and all the things that they had innovated previously all in one. Okay? So that's the history of Nintendo consoles. Now, of course, I'm leaving out Game Boy and stuff like that, but you see what I'm saying. Every console attempted to innovate. Switch 2.
What are you doing?
Hold on. I'm trying to find the picture of it together. Here it is.
Here's the thing, you know what? Jumping from PlayStation 1 to 2 was? Better graphics. 2 to 3, better graphics. 3 to 4, better graphics. 4 to 5, better graphics. Went from Switch 1 to Switch 2. Again, they've already said that you can use the controller as a mouse, which is different, innovative. And you know what? Being a home console and a away console is still very revolutionary. You don't have that with PlayStation 5. You don't have that with Xbox Series X or 1 or whatever the fuck they're called now. Only the Switch does that.
Switch 2. Do you see a little difference here? Do you see possibly a problem or a big omission? Can you please tell me what on the Switch 2 is revolutionary? What new
And I was saying it's going to be equal to about the power of a PlayStation 4 Pro. PlayStation 4 Pro on a console you can take anywhere you want seems pretty awesome.
Concept Nintendo has added? What new groundbreaking thing Nintendo is trying to do with this console? It's just another Switch. I mean, they don't even need to call it the Switch 2. They already had the Switch OLED. They might as well call it the Switch OLED 2 or the Switch Max or the Switch Pro. What was it that they called the Game Boy Advance, the big one? XL? Switch XL. Right?
SP,
but
I think.
it's just Switch 2. It's not, they didn't add anything. And every single other major console they have. This may be the first time ever in Nintendo's history they decided to not add an innovation to their new console. They're just improving upon the previous console. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If this console has a much improved graphical engine / better DPU, if it has way more storage, if it has all the features of a modern console, I don't think anyone will actually care. If this console is just, it's way better than the Switch, we finally caught up with everybody else, and now you can play first-party Nintendo games with groundbreaking performance and graphics, 24-player Mario Kart, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone will care. But if they play the game of, well, we're not competing with anyone else, so we can have a console that's two consoles outdated when it comes to its power, people are going to say, okay, well, that's fine, but what's the innovation of the console? What's the gimmick this time? And they're going to be like, what do you mean? Well, every time there's a console, the reason that we accept the fact that Nintendo consoles are underpowered is because there's a neat gimmick that makes it fun to play. So what's your gimmick? They don't have one. From what we can see, there's nothing on this whatsoever to be...
The gimmick is still that it's a Switch. A home console and portable. All in one.
Revolutionary. In fact, they're still using cartridges. So doesn't that mean that this is going to severely limit the size of games that's on it? They're not using Blu-ray discs or whatever. Now, yes, they're using downloads, but I feel like this may have a problem. This may be, again, the first time in the entire console history of Nintendo they're not innovating. And will the market bear a console that is underpowered but doesn't have a gimmick to hook you? I don't know. I do believe that every Nintendo fan will run out and buy one in droves. They'll buy every game, every accessory, everything for it. That always happens at launch. That, you know, for me, do I want it? Yes. Why? I love first-party Nintendo games. Those are my favorite things about the Nintendo consoles. I'm craving a new Mario. I'm craving a new Mario Kart. I'm craving all of these games, and I would love to play this on my new setup, showing you exactly what this looks like, because you know this probably won't do.
Mario Kart single player is boring as shit. Mario Kart is only good if you're playing with friends. Oh, wait, he doesn't have any friends.
4K, right? What do you think? Actually, that's an interesting question. How many people actually think that the Switch 2 will do 4K?
It doesn't need to do 4K. 1080p is more than good enough.
I wonder. I really wonder. Because I'm not sold that they're going to go for 4K. You know, I'm being honest. We don't know yet. We don't know. There's no information yet. I would say 1440p. I don't know about 4K. So, you know, it's going to be limited. But I'd love to cover the games for you guys in whatever the best quality I can. You know, I could do 1440p, 60 frames. That's going to be awesome to actually represent these games as good as they can be on launch day. I hope I can get it. You remember what happened with the Switch, don't you? So I pre-ordered the Switch at Best Buy. On launch day, Best Buy delivered it to my home. I hooked it up. We downloaded, or we got Tears of the Kingdom on it. No, excuse me, Breath of the Wild on it as a launch title. And we had it all set up that night. We unboxed it. We hooked it up. Everything was good. No problems. It charged overnight. Next day we went to turn it on. Bricked. It bricked. And then I couldn't get a Switch for like 3-4 more months because they were...
Because you fucked up, DSP. How you fucked up, I'm not sure, but you still found a way to fuck it up.
Out of stock everywhere, sold out. So I hope that they will be able to live up to demand. From what I read this morning, Nintendo is trying to give something like 20 million, I believe is the number. They're trying to produce 20 million consoles in the first year.
Take a sip, sleazy.
So I hope that's true. I hope that they are able to produce 20 million consoles the first year, because it would suck if there's a drought and no one can get it. Obviously, I want it. Okay, I do. I want it at launch. I want to cover it for you guys. I want to play all the big games. It would be great. We haven't done a console launch in many years, so it would be hype. It would be...
You did the PlayStation 5 Pro, what, a couple months ago? Ah, fuck DSP. I get the gen is frying your brain.
Something hype for 2025 for sure. But like I said, we don't know anything yet. So let's play casual optimist. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to get hype. I'm not. Okay, I'm going to be real, and I'm going to wait bide my time and see what more information releases about it. But I'm definitely interested in it. I would like to have it at launch, and I would like to cover it for you. Okay, let's see what happens.
He's gonna beg for it. Now, here's the thing. Let's get to the end. This is the end.
So guys, we're 40 bucks away from hitting the goal, and you would have to hit that while I'm eating for it to count for today. I hope that we can hit it, and it'll count towards our goal. You know, over 100 bucks is like you're in the home stretch. It would really suck if we don't hit it now. Okay, let me go grab the food. Is the mic supposed to be loosey-goosey? Yes, because you see this? This is what stops shock. It's a shock absorber, but when that happens, the mic moves like that because it's dangling on a shock absorber. A normal mic does that too, only the ones that are upright. This is shock absorbing with this style of mic, but the upward style mic does the same thing. It's supposed to do that. Okay. All right, let me go get the food. I'll be right back.
When he eats, he's absolutely fucking disgusting, as always. Oh my god.
Delicious that's on there. It's tangy. And it has a little bit of spice to it. I like the pepper relish. It's very unique. I don't think I've tasted a condiment on a sandwich like that before. So the flavor there is quite good. The chicken is all right. The bread is decent, but I didn't really taste much of the cheese. I didn't really taste the pepperoni either. So let's keep going. Maybe it was just the first bite. I will say this. I wish there weren't these tiny seeds on the bottom of the bread because they go everywhere.
Stop talking with your mouth full. I just want to share that part real quick because, yeah, he talks with his fucking mouth full. He does it every time he eats. He talks with his fucking mouth full. Did no one teach you manners? Now let's skip ahead a little bit farther. Oh no, he's still at $110.
Overwhelmed it. And the pepperoni, I didn't taste until the final 2 bites of the sandwich where it was stuck on the end. You saw it. There was pepperoni within it, throughout it, but it was only a single piece, you know, through. You're not going to taste that. You know, you're just not. So they need to put more pepperoni. They need to either put more or different cheese on there, and it needs more moisture of some kind. I'm sad. I like the flavors of the sandwich. The chicken was delicious, and the relish was delicious, but my mouth was dry half of the time I was eating it. So it is like a love-hate for me. Like, I feel like that's a good first attempt, but they could tweak that a bit to make it better. I feel like the chicken would be better on a sandwich Mike's way, because then you have the moisture of the vegetables you're going to put on it, and the mayo, the oil, and the vinegar would make it more saturated and not so dry of a bite. I feel like the chicken would be tasting better then. And again, the relish, I wish there was more on there, and I feel like it would complement other things as well. So it was all right. You know, by the way, price-wise, I can't tell you how much it is at the store because I ordered it. When you order it, it's always more expensive. I think it was like $16, no lie. Probably at the store, it's way cheaper than that. I would probably think it's probably like $12, $13 at the store tops. But it was good. It was a full-size sandwich. It was heavy.
But he couldn't send his wife to go pick it up for him. He had to have it delivered.
There was a lot on there. You know, it's not like, oh, they skimped on the sandwich. There's a lot of meat on there. So it's a good value in that regard. You're going to eat it, and that's your meal. But, man, I wish that they had it done a little different. So, I mean, I got to be honest, right? I'm going to give the Jersey Mike's spicy chicken Italian sandwich a 3.5 out of 5. The chicken was too dry. There wasn't enough of the relish. I couldn't taste the pepperoni until the final bites, and I literally never tasted the provolone at all. But it was still tasty, and it was still appetizing, and I ate the whole thing. I just feel like it was like good, but could have been much better with a few other choices, you see? But I did like it, okay? Maybe I would try that again, but not that version, like I said.
And I'd like to point out, look at that time. 16:27. That means it is 7:27 my time. He's given us 27 minutes of overtime because he still hasn't hit the goal.
I would try it, the chicken with the other way, and see if I like it more. I bet I probably would, okay? So, all right. So for DSP Tries It, Jersey Mike's spicy chicken Italian sandwich, good, but not as good as I'd hoped. Definitely can be improved, but you saw what it is. If you think that's gonna, be appealing to you, go for it. It's not a bad sandwich at all. Just, I think, needs some tweaks, okay? All right. Thanks for watching DSP Tries It, everyone. I will see you next time. And we have already some good options. We got some new stuff at Taco Bell coming out. People are asking for Chick-fil-A, which I've never done on DSP Tries It before. And I've lived here for 10 years and I just never did it. Do that. So thinking about some interesting ones for next time. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. See you next time on DSP Tries It. All right. And by the way, thank you. Someone did give another sub over on Kick.
Recording.
I do appreciate that. Sadly, I'm about to adjourn for the day, my friend. So it looks like we're not hitting the goal. And that sucks, but what can you do? I guess you can't hit it every day. We're so close. Look, we're at 115. We're only 35 away, but I got to get out of here. You know, all I'm going to do is the daily wrap, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to upload. Tonight, there is no late stream because I have to do the final private React video for Slayer. It's going to take like 2+ hours.
Slayer spent $300 on a private Q&A or React whatever video. Anyways, doesn't matter. $300. How many night streams does DSP get $300 on? Very rarely, if ever. And yet, guys, if I take a night stream off, I'm missing out on $120. It doesn't matter that he's paying me $300. I might miss out on $100 and even $120, guys. DSP, if someone pays you $300 to take a night stream off, take the night stream off. Or you know what? Even better, do it on your day off. Do the video on your day off. Just saying. You did it on your day off, maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't have to take a night stream off. And then you could get the $300 from Slayer and $100 from a night stream. Instead, he's going to be a little bitch. He's going to cry. He's going to complain. He's going to whine. But guys, I can't do it anymore. It's impossible for me to do that.
So no late stream tonight. Remember, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here with a fun level 1 podcast, the continuation of Dark Souls with mods, and on the late stream, Street Fighter 6 continuing and coming back for Friday Night Fights, and I'll be playing with E-Honda this time around in Street Fighter 6. Okay? Yep. Yeah, sorry guys. We tried. We're close. 115 is still, I'm still happy with that level of support. It just sucks it couldn't count towards our goals hit, you know?
Take a sip, sleazy asshole.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for a good stream. Have a good evening, whatever you end up doing, and I will see you all tomorrow for my final consecutive streaming day of the week. All right? Everyone have a good night. And by the way, we got to talk about Stalker 2. After that stream, I'm pretty upset how bad the game is. If it really is another 20 hours, I don't think I want to commit that.
It is not a bad game. It's just too complicated for him.
Really, at this point, we beat Indiana Jones. We beat Killer Frequency. We're at the end of me playing games like the coin game. So we have potential now to start multiple new things. I don't think I want to commit another 20 hours of streaming to Stalker 2, you know? So we got to think about it. We got to talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast tomorrow and try to determine
another game, wage quit,
if we keep it in the rotation or not. All right? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
It's now 7:30 his time,
tomorrow.
my time.
All right? Peace out. See you then.
So 30 minutes of overtime. And then he keeps that going for about 5 more minutes. And he keeps the slideshow going for about 5 more minutes before he finally dips out. With no last second Hail Marys to save. With that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.